Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're talking about our Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2016 Day 2 pickup video. So we were there for both days, weekend pass. And first let me talk about this little shirt I made. I had this made. This was my custom made shirt that I had done for the expo.
Very nice.
I see a lot of people walking around with classically trained shirts saying NES, and I thought I should make something like that, but about the Master System. So this is what I came up with.
Very nice.
A friend of yours helped me out, and I got it on a t-shirt, and I wore it around the second day.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I love it.
Cool.
All right, so let's jump.
Should I say that I was representing STCpod?
Yeah, you were. A couple people were representing STCpod.
If you haven't checked them out, check out their podcast. It's really good.
Yep. All right, STCpod.com, right?
Yes,
okay.
STCpod.com.
All right, links will be below. So, as usual, let's jump right in with the manuals.
Bring it.
Pretty low count on the manuals this year, but I did get Wario Land 3 for the Game Boy Color.
Okay.
That's a game I already had, so glad to complete that with the manual. And I got a manual for Stynax, which I am surprised to learn I didn't already have.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have that?
Nope, but now I do. And Clax, a Tengen unlicensed game that I believe I already have. So
I think so too.
I've been trying to eliminate buying manuals for games I don't have, even if I plan on getting them someday.
Okay.
You never know.
I like that. I like that.
I know you do. All right. And as mentioned in our day 1 video, I actually went to the Magic panel, which was on the second day. And when I got out of there, I was inspired to go grab some Magic games. Now, I didn't grab a lot, but...
no, but he texted me and he's like, can you look for these games? And I was like...
And you
Very
didn't.
coincidental.
So I had previously grabbed this game for the Atari the day before, so I went ahead and grabbed the Intellivision version, and that is Atlantis. This actually came with the overlays, which we'll show in the picture. So grab that, and then I decided I would go ahead and get Cosmic Arc. Now I believe this is one of our friends, our friend Duke's, one of his favorite games. I might be mixing it up with another Magic game, and I can't remember if it's the sequel or semi-sequel to Atlantis, or Demon Attack, or some other Magic game, but...
Well, hopefully Duke will let us know.
Who cares? I bought Cosmic Arc, yeah. If this is in fact the one I'm thinking of. And then finally, more exciting, I think, I'm most excited about this because I've been looking for it for a long time, that is Pitfall 2 for the Atari 2600. I've been looking for this game for quite a few years, and there was a really good copy of it, and we got it for a great price.
Yeah,
so I am excited to try that. Yeah.
All we found was like crap Atari games.
Yeah.
And then we were at a table, and I looked through their box, and I thought, oh, this box is kind of nicer. And boom, there it was.
Yeah.
That was like the only copy I think we saw.
Yeah, really glad to grab that. Was excited about that. And in addition to that, just like the day previous where I got a TurboGrafx game that I had wanted for a long time, that was a port of a Master System game, I grabbed Vigilante, which is also available on the Master System and of course on the Turbo. It's been on my want list for a long time, and here it is.
Boom, there it is.
It is now off the want list.
Okay.
Unless of course it doesn't work.
Oh boy.
Alright, so that was a good pickup. Okay, now moving into other miscellaneous stuff. I guess Game Boy. Quickly go through these. I bought most of these at one place. 3 of these I bought at all one place. Castlevania Adventure. I have Castlevania 2, so I grabbed Castlevania Adventure. Operation C. It's a Contra game for the Game Boy. And Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, because I have Star Wars and I have Super Return of the Jedi, so I grabbed those.
Okay.
And then for the Game Boy Color, I went ahead and grabbed Bionic Commando, because Bionic Commando.
Because.
So I don't even know. This is actually a different, it's Elite Forces. I don't know what that is, but it had the right title and it was on the list, so I grabbed it. Then moving on, this is actually, I think, the only NES game I bought at the entire expo, even though I was trying to get some more NES games. That is Rolling Thunder. This is one of the Tengen games I do not have. I remember reading about this in Game Pro or something like that, and so I grabbed it.
Are you still trying to get all the Tengens?
Probably not, because some of them are ridiculously priced, but I would like to get the Tetris game.
Okay.
Alright, moving on to some disc-based games. Let's do this one first.
Okay.
I've had this one on my list for a while. There's actually three versions of this game. Daytona for the Saturn. There's Daytona USA. There is Daytona Championship Circuit Edition, which is what this is, and then there's the Netlink Edition, which may as well be $1,000 because it's too expensive for me to buy. But I did decide I would try to get this one, which is reasonably priced, and I did get it for a good price. So glad to have that added to the collection. And then moving on to PlayStation 2. You want to talk about this one?
No, you go ahead.
I finally got Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I have Liberty City Stories for the PS2. I've been wanting the Vice City Stories. I almost never see it.
Yeah.
So when I saw it there and in the condition it's in, I went ahead and grabbed it. So I think that should complete all the Grand Theft Auto games for the PS2.
So is that like a subset complete?
Subset complete.
So, all right.
All right.
This, we were actually at Jason Heine's table and looking for some stuff, and he had, we're looking for the Cartridge Club Game of the Month for January. Mm-hmm. And everyone else was getting it but us. And then we were at Heine's table, and boom! PlayStation 3 version. Yeah. Mini Ninjas. So I'm super stoked about that we got that, because I really wanted to find it. And I was getting a little bummed that we weren't finding it. Yeah,
we've been looking for it ever since it was announced. Yeah. And it turns out that all of the out-of-town cartridge clubbers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Roundtree Gaming, did Roundtree Gaming get one?
I thought a bunch of us picked it up.
Yeah.
A bunch of us picked it up at the expo. Yeah. And some of us picked up multiple copies.
Yes, some of us did.
So we'll leave you to find out who that is. But was glad to get that. And we also picked up at his table.
Yes, the orange box. Xbox version, Xbox 360 version.
Yeah. Which I have for PC.
Yes.
But I know that I'm never going to play it on PC.
Yes.
And so I decided just to grab it.
Of course.
For Xbox. And the PS3 version's a lot. No, I might try it. Yeah, there's Portal. There's good stuff on there. So yeah.
Haven't you played Portal already?
Yeah, but now I got it. I can play it on this. Okay. So that was good. So thank you, Jason Heine, for that.
Because he had a lot of good stuff, and he gave us a good deal. So that was good.
All right. All right. Now, the end you can see here is probably a bunch of Master System and Genesis games. But right on top is a Dreamcast game. I got this at one of the very last things. It might officially be the last thing I purchased. It was on my list, Tokyo Extreme Racer. It's actually sealed. I don't like buying sealed games because I want to open it. And I probably will just break the seal on this. But this is a game we used to play back in 2000 when we had, my brothers and I all had Dreamcast and we would play it. And I've wanted to get it in my collection ever since.
Cool.
All right, next. This is in fact a Master System game. It is Reggie Jackson Baseball. This is a game that I already have, but you may recall that I'm also collecting the variants. And this is the Blue Label variant. Now, it turns out that somebody there had the Blue Label variant for $30. This one is got slightly more label damage to it, but it was sitting loose on a table for $5. So for that difference in price, I went for it. And I especially decided to go for it when I learned that he had a complete Reggie Jackson on the same table with the red cartridge. And so your brother bruised him a little bit and said, hey, how about we swap the cartridges, and we paid $5 for it. So I got a complete Reggie Jackson Blue Label for $5. And I am in fact going for the label variants to have a case and a manual with them, so that's good. So that is my second Blue Label variant duplicate with Double Dragon.
Okay.
And I have the Monopoly variant too. All right. This is just something I picked up because I needed the manual. Oh. And so I already have the game, but here's the manual. Okay. So now I can make a complete copy, and then I'll have an extra. Yeah. I'll have an extra case.
Pretty good case too.
Yeah.
All right.
And
this
then
was
we
at
end
the end
with just a bunch of Genesis games.
End, yeah.
Nothing special. Our big purchase was the previous day, James Buster Douglas. So these are just some boxed Genesis games I got for a good price.
All right. eSWAT, Under Siege, City Under Siege.
Cool.
I guess.
That's an arcade. I think it's based on the arcade game. They also ported it to the Master System.
Okay. Columns. And why do we have this when we already have columns?
Because it's one of the 6 that's on the 6-pack, and I want to get it as the individual.
Yes. And oh, look at this. James
Had to pick this up.
Douglas boxing.
Had to pick this up just for comparison or completeness. And plus, Vintage said this was the better version.
Oh, yeah. So
we're going to see.
So now who has both versions, Vintage?
We got them both.
And then this I picked up.
Oh yeah.
I went and it was priced. We had seen it the day before. Virtua Racing, and it was kind of high. And so I went back. 45 minutes till the end of the day too. And I said, how about half price? I said, oh, there's no manual. How about half price? And he's like, yeah, okay. So we just needed a box upgrade.
I just needed
right?
the case and the insert because the one I bought, I didn't check it closely when I bought it. It was actually all cut up
here.
Back here. So for some reason, people like to cut out the UPCs. So anyway, I got this for the insert, and now I got a loose
so I got that for you, baby.
Thanks. And you got James Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
So, slightly lower in terms of overall inventory count, I suppose, than previous years, but that's because we looking at the spreadsheets, if we ignore Buster Douglas, we spent less than we've ever spent at PRGE, and if we include Buster Douglas, we spent more than we've ever spent at PRGE. So we're at the extremes, depending on how you want to look at it.
So we're not including it.
Yeah, we'll pretend
we're gonna cook the books.
We'll just write it off.
There you go. We're writing it off.
And we don't have to know what a write-off is, but they do. Okay,
Yes.
whatever. All right. So let's talk about quickly some of the items that we were looking for and how we did.
You want me to go first? Or you want to go
Yeah,
first?
I know you had a couple that you were
I
looking
had
for.
Parappa the Rapper, and I had Mighty Ninjas. So I'm 50%.
Yeah, we did not get Parappa the Rapper.
They had one copy there, and it was $50, which I guess isn't bad. It's a little high, and then I guess our friend at Rocker's House says that there's like a insert map or insert poster that's actually the manual that a lot of them don't have, and this one didn't have it. So I decided not to purchase it, and then on Sunday it was gone, and that was the only one I saw.
All right. But we did get Mini Ninjas.
We did get Mini Ninjas. Did I say Mighty Ninjas? I keep saying Mighty on accident. Mini Ninjas. Okay.
Perfectly natural.
What do you got?
All right. So I mentioned, I think in our other video, we mentioned that I was maybe interested in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. We didn't get that. I was also interested in maybe finding Secret of Evermore, which I may not count because I didn't actually even look for that.
Yeah.
But I did look for Gradius 3. Which was another one, and I did find it, and I walked away, and then we were going to come back and bundle it with something, and by the time we got back, it was gone.
It was gone.
So the price was pretty good too. I think they were slipping on the price. So
I think so too.
It's no surprise. I think what happened was it was sitting in there, and I pulled it out, noticed the price was good, had them set it aside for me for a minute, and because it had been pulled out and set aside, somebody probably noticed that the price was wrong, and so they snagged it. And if I had left it in its place, no one would have maybe paid it any attention. That's a theory. So didn't get Gradius 3. I was also looking for Pokemon Blue, which the prices have come down, but they were still a little higher than I wanted. So we didn't get Pokemon Blue. That's a Cartridge Club game coming up in December. So, but I have blue, I have red, and I have yellow. So I'll play one of those. And going back to past things, I will say that Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was on my list. And so we did get that. So yay, that's
that was
one.
Good. Yep.
And one?
One.
There, I thought there was another one. No?
Yeah.
And then finally, I usually have at the top of my list, any Master System game I don't have. And I got James Buster Douglas, and I got Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
And so,
I call that a big win with the James Buster Douglas, seeing as how it's not like you see it and you're just like, oh, it's too much money. Like, you never see it.
You never see it. So that was a big win. So I got a Master System game I don't own.
You know, the last two conventions now, so we went to the swap meet, right? And then we went to this, and both of them had one of your Master System games that we never see this year. So this
Alex
year
Kidd. This was a big year because I got Alex Kidd, I got James Buster Douglas, Curtis sent me Sports Pad Football. So that's 3. Montezuma's Revenge I got last year. That we saw at PRGE, which we had never really seen much of before. Still wishing they had import Master System games there, but they're not. There's no interest, so I'm going to have to make it out to Barrie to get those import games.
So.
Barrie Game Exchange in Barrie, Ontario.
Yes.
All right, so pretty good year, I think. I'm actually thrilled about everything we got. We'll see how we do. We'll put up the specs on how well we did in terms of what we hit on the wish list versus what I bought that was not on the list, and we'll see how we did.
Okay.
That's it.
And then should we also talk about how this is our fourth?
Oh yeah, sure.
This was our 4th year going to PRGE.
So it begins our 4th year.
Our 4th year.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
On YouTube. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like an anniversary. That's our first video we started on YouTube was our day 1 at PRGE pickups.
2013.
2013.
So this is our 3-year anniversary on YouTube.
Yep.
And it's the beginning of our 4th year doing YouTube.
Yeah. So it's kind of exciting.
We'll see.
So
Yeah, it's exciting. It's been a great ride with everyone
who's been following us,
Yeah.
and we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we should mention. Yeah, we bumped into some people that we know.
Yeah.
We bumped into Hollis.
Yep.
And of course Jeremy, who bumped into us last year. Now
Yes.
we hung out with him.
Yeah,
So that was really cool.
all weekend. And we saw This Dude Abides.
Oh yeah, this dude abides and video game porn. Those guys I always like joining them, bumping into them.
Yep.
Doc Ness.
Doc Ness, yeah.
Stumptown. All
yeah.
the guys that we see regularly that we met
John
at the very
Yanko.
first one. Yeah.
Kinsey, yeah.
Yeah, all those guys.
Yep, and then of course we hung out with our Cartridge Club brothers, so
Yep.
good time.
Good time, and it's our 4th year, and if all things continue as they have, we'll be there next year.
Be there
for 5 years.
A year. Maybe more of you can join us.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
The biggest year yet.
Okay.
All right, if you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.